goal was not to ban people from driving.
Talking about people with certain medical conditions, if you have a condition that causes seizures, you might have to talk to your doctor before you get the okay to get behind the wheel again.
WCIA3's Jessica Coons explains how lawmakers are expanding a law that's already on the books. We're keeping you connected to the Capitol.
When you have someone irresponsible that had seizures, that they weren't under control, they kept driving, and 2 innocent people lost their lives because of it. And this is what we're trying to avoid.
Senator Dave Severson is talking about a car accident in DeKalb County that killed 2 people. The driver had a seizure behind the wheel. That crash sparked a new proposal that could put more restrictions on drivers with certain medical conditions.
Once under control, then they can get a doctor's release and still be able to drive.
Right now, if you have a condition that causes loss of consciousness or impairs your ability to drive, you're supposed to report it to the Secretary of State's office. You need a release, and you need to prove you're being treated by a doctor.
If you're not doing those things, then you are driving illegally, and we want to make sure people are aware of that.
This new idea adds seizures to the list of conditions that need to be reported to the state. Right now, there are no medical mandates for these cases, meaning doctors don't have to report them to the state, leaving that responsibility to the person behind the wheel. So if you have an episode and within 6 months you get into a wreck, you could be charged with reckless driving.
If you're going to be irresponsible, then there's going to be penalties for that.
But not everyone is on board with this idea. Representative Emmanuel Welch says it puts pressure on people who are following the rules.
There's a number of people out there with epileptic conditions that are controlled. Doctors believe they're fine. They haven't had seizures in quite some time.
But even if it is a burden for people with these disorders, Severson says it's a move that could help keep drivers and their passengers safe on the road. In Springfield, Jessica Coons, WCIA3, your local news leader.
Lawmakers are reminding drivers with conditions like these that because there is a law in place right now, you could still be taken to court if you get into an accident and have not reported your condition to the state. Now, this bill has passed the House and is being voted on once more in the Senate.